it's great to be the raceback coach. And, Coach O'Brien, that was pretty good, Norm. I didn't see, where'd you go? I didn't see you practicing that in the stretch limo we came over in. I was sitting in the back of that limo. I took a picture of it, sent it to my wife. I said, I got a tough job, don't I? Long view. It was interesting, but we really appreciate that. Again, I appreciate you coming out. I know it's a basketball club. Weather's not great. Maybe a little bit of snow, and I have to admit, I hope Mrs. Essen comes down here. We've had our share. 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to get 1.5 inches to 2, so we put the tarp on thinking we were going to get 1.5 inches to 2 inches. We got 6+. We spent the next day and a half getting the snow off the tarp. It's been fun, but it's just it's brought back a lot of memories of my days in Lincoln, Nebraska. And, sometimes when you get them out there and you make them do things they're not used to, they get a little bit tougher and they appreciate it a little bit more. And I think that's what we've been doing, to be honest with you. So we're not looking at it as a negative. So I'm going to talk on last year's team for just a minute. I've been told I have X amount of time, and I could go over that by double. So I'll roll through this pretty good and really get to our team. But, last year's team, obviously, we were preseason ranked pretty good in a lot of polls. We had a great pitching staff, and we knew it. We just had a little trouble scoring runs. There's a lot of different ways you can score runs. It's not all about batting average. And we didn't do a real good job at any of it, to be honest with you. We fought through it. If we could have hit, we might be standing here talking about, winning a national championship, but we didn't. I won't talk too long about it because I start to get upset, so I got to move on. And I have moved on, I think, until I start talking about it. But, we won 39 games last year. I've been here 11 seasons. I think 3 times we won 39 games. And, the magic number used to be 40. Because if you could win 40 out of 56 or 40, games throughout the season, they thought you had a pretty good year. Realistically, that number's probably dropped in the last few years because of just the way that there's so much parity now in Division I baseball, the limited rosters. They put a number on us, how many kids could get a scholarship. We used to be able to break them up any way we wanted. Now there's a minimum, a certain amount on the roster. And kids are spreading out a little bit more. It used to be that the Miamis of the world and those type of teams, they'd get them all. USC back in the day when they won like 4 or 5 in a row national championships, they would there was no limit on scholarship. They had more scholarship than UCLA or Arizona State or whoever. And they'd get every kid they could, even if they didn't play for them. They just didn't want them to beat them. That's the way it used to be. And it's not that way anymore. If you can get to 40, you've had a really, really good year. If you get to 50, that's incredible. But we won 39. We got beaten in the championship game at K-State, by K-State, by a run, as usual. 1-run games. We played so many of them. Disappointing. We felt like we could have won that game. That was our second game that day, by the way. That we could beat them the next Monday. We played the very next day. We had our pitching lined up, but it just didn't happen.